checkered. Never mind, they're gonna be... Oh!
An African!
They're fine!
Who is that?
Dixon in the driver's seat, Ingram behind him down the back straightaway. A little bit of juking out there. It's like a football field.
Yeah, taking some IndyCar lines down the back straightaway. Ingram really closes up on the back bumper of the 15. He's all over it as we go through 3 and 4. He's there on the bottom. He's sitting inside. Coming to the checker flag. Oh, the big back tip. All 3 of them. Around 5 and 4.
Musa's gonna...
Oh, he's gonna use that apron.
He's gonna use the apron.
They're gonna be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's gonna be a drag race to the line. Tom Musa gets it.
Tom Musa, where did he come from?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series here from the Dover International Speedway. As always, I'm your host, JoeTowNetwork, and this is our CircleBDiecast.com race preview. Use code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. Qualifying currently underway here at Dover. We'll have that starting lineup for you in a couple moments. Of course, this is the Monster Mile, 1 mile track length, 160 laps for 160 miles again tonight here from Dover at a track that we saw last night. Was really tough as the run went on. I'm going to expect to see a lot of guys losing the back end of their race cars as the run goes on, as those rear tires start to wear away. 70-degree weather, it's clear. Of course, I'm Joe. Thanks for tuning in to JTN. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe, so that way you stay up to date with all of our great racing content. And you can also check out, we have an extensive live race replay library that has been built over the course of the last year, so you can go check that out, as well as all of our other content. Diecast reviews, a new one of those coming out tomorrow, as well as our Fake Racers podcast with myself and Davey Hazard. But enough about what we do here at JTN. It's going to be a fun night of racing. That qualifying results going across the top of your screen right now, across that ticker. But we're here with Bomb Squad Racing again, like we will be for the rest of the year, for the most part, I do believe, on a Thursday night for some Cup Series racing. Going to be a fun time. You're not going to want to miss a second of it. Be a friend, tell your friends tune in to us here tonight on JTN, so that way they don't miss a second of the action, because it's going to be a fun time. I don't know. There's a lot of words you can talk about when you talk about the Monster Mile, right? It's a monster. You can't call this track, obviously, track too tough to tame. You don't want to call it about taming the monster, because that's Darlington's whole bit. But here at Dover, you kind of dance with the monster. This is another one of those tracks. 2 weeks in a row now, we've gone to tracks where you're really racing the track a lot more than you are racing your fellow competitors. Not to say you're not going to see a lot of side-by-side racing tonight. We saw last night a lot of passing because there was a lot of tire wear, so guys kind of having to work their setups throughout the race to figure out the best way to make that race truck, in last night's case, go a little better. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. We're gonna be going to happy hour here. We're gonna actually start with a 3-wide formation lap. Last week we reported it to you that the brother of Bomb Squad Racing driver, you see him at the front of the pack, BSR Big Jim, lost his life. So the entire, our thoughts and prayers and condolences are going out to BSR Big Jim and the entire Lee family after the loss of his brother Terry Lee. Drivers here doing a 3-wide salute lap tonight to commemorate that, as he was, as Big Jim wasn't able to get out to the speedway last week. And just once again, all the boys here at Bomb Squad wanted to make sure that they reaffirmed their condolences, their support and their prayers to the entire family. So I will shut up for this next lap and let the race cars do the talking. Thank you. Also want to send out our thoughts and prayers to BSR Magoo and his entire family. He's not here at the racetrack tonight. Magoo, we just wanted to make sure, these guys want to make sure they know that we're thinking about you. Thoughts and prayers with you as well. So happy hour underway here at Dover. These guys getting the last 7 or so minutes to shake everything down tonight. You'll see those results coming across your screen as we go. But as always, it's happy hour, so that means it's time to read off your starting lineup on the pole tonight. Last night's winner, BSR Kilojoules in the 029 Big Wreck there coming off the turn number 2. BSR Ricky J going to start on the outside in the 193 Ford. Then Denny Daniels and Robert Bauckham going to make up row number 2. Daniels in 3rd, Bauckham in 4th. Starting 5th will be the 088 car of BSR Greg Lovell. In 6th will be the 22 Ski Machine of Rick Craddock. BSR Terry Scott in the 66 starts to the inside of the 096 of BSR Chevy Chase. Rolling off 9th, it'll be Nelly in the 103 after leading a bunch of laps tonight, or last night rather. And then rounding out your top 10, it's going to be the 510 of BSR Steven. Those top 10 all qualified for tonight. We move on to our non-qualifiers that drew for their positions. 11th will be the 68 of BSR Bryant Voiles. Then Furco, BSR Furco in the 19 Jeg. Dodge will roll off in 12th. 13th will be BSR Brain Fade in the 49. Then BSR Eli 114 rolls off in 14th in the 114. So a lot of match numbers there. Silver Bullet rolls off in the 15th spot in the number 4 Chevrolet. Then Monty Keller in the 028 Mountain Dew car. Gonna have some beautiful colors on that 028. He's gonna roll off 16th. And rounding out your field tonight of 17, it's going to be the 88 of BSR Big Jim in the Pabst Blue Ribbon Chevrolet. A Silver Bullet writing in that team's going to be starting and parking. That's Matthew Stern, of course. So unfortunate, real life comes first. I think it's what all these drivers would say, but unfortunate we're not going to see the old 2 days after birthday boy out on track. And wanted to wish our fellow JT and colleague, Ricky Collette. Ricky, if you're out there watching, which you probably aren't, wish you a very happy birthday. Hope you had a good one celebrating it. He was going to the dentist this morning. Who goes to the dentist on their birthday? Got to make fun of him somehow. Even if he's not up here in the booth tonight. Albert Bauckham coming to pit road. We saw those green flag pit stops last night late in the race, folks. And those pit stops, they're going to be very tricky if we do get to them. Again, it's about 49 or so laps on a tank of fuel. Maybe a little bit less than that. Maybe a little bit more than that. We'll have to see. Sure, someone will correct me. But probably closer to that 30 or 40 mark. So you're going to be looking at about 3 to 4 pit stops, depending on how things shake out. Whether we go green the entire way or if we have some yellows sprinkled in there. Last night, a very clean race with a lot of good passing. I would not be shocked to see this thing tonight. You have a little more horsepower, so that's going to be something to watch. The wheel spin coming off the corners. We watch Craddock in the 22 Camaro making some laps. Make sure you chat with us in chat. Love to talk with you guys during the race. Makes my life a lot more fun, a lot easier too if I can add that little nugget in there. Appreciate you guys when you talk with us here at JTN. Of course, I'm JoeTowNetwork, founder, owner, whatever. JTN Bristol, my producer, is off to my left, working all the cameras as he always does. Doing a great job. He'll be fetching you replays tonight. Working all these cameras. Look at him pressing the buttons. There's Greg Lovell in the 088. We talked to him after last night's 3rd place finish, I do believe. Or was it second? It was 2nd place finish last night for Lovell. I can't even remember, folks. That's how bad it is. It's this getting old thing, I guess. Player we didn't see last night's Robert Balcom in the 118. Right behind him in the Menards Chevrolet. Make a pass there. That's what you're going to have to watch throughout the race, folks. Is the difference in tires and how guys are going to manage those tires. If they use them up a little bit too much, you might see them start to slide on back as the run goes on. But if they don't use them up, they're maybe a little more conservative, like we've seen this 118 car be able to do with Balcom. They're going to be sitting pretty as the race run goes on. There's Brain Fade in his 49 Dodge Dart. Love that Dart. Chips Dubo writes in, alrighty, since I'm new here, can I get a rundown of the contenders here? Well, I think if we look one car back here, the 118 Robert Balcom, he's going to be one that's going to be strong on the top of the board right now. BSR Kilojoules in the 029 won the Truck Series race here last night with the same group of guys. Ricky J's always really fast, sometimes can't put the race together. I think he'd admit to that too. Keith MC not here tonight, if I look back at my list, so that's unfortunate for him. Maybe a little bit fortunate for you guys at home, though. See some different guys up front. I know there's one. Oh, Greg Lovell in the 088, always really quick as well. Kind of right now, if you look at those guys at the top. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. It's a better memory than I do. And he celebrated a birthday this week, but those guys at the top of your board right now, as I'm looking at the happy hour times, those are usually, I know that's probably not very helpful, but those are the guys. And we'll take you through that throughout the entire race. So we got all kinds of races here on JTN, but I would probably, if I had to pen a favorite, it'd be KJ Kilojoules in that 029 after winning last night. I think he's got this loose, really, rough racetrack thing figured out. I think Robert Balcom in the 118 again is also a very good pick. Those have kind of been the guys we've seen up front. Denny Daniels in this 37 was really quick last night. Wouldn't be surprised. It's hard to say, like, oh, or the contenders. Well, everyone can be a contender here at Bomb Squad. Some just do it with more frequency, I think is the best way to probably put it. But glad you're tuning in. Chips, glad you're tuning in. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday night. And of course, folks, if this is your first time tuning in, I'm JoeTowNetwork, JoeTowNetwork. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Hopefully you like the content, you hit the like button. We want to earn those likes. We want to earn them. But also, if you could hit them and give us a little help, give us a little bump. in the YouTube algorithm, we'd appreciate that. Cars getting called to grid right now, so that means we will be starting this one in about a minute or so. There's the call to their cars, the racing vehicles. Everyone getting called to the grid right now. Behind our Dodge Charger pace car here tonight. Welcome in, it's Polar. Glad to see you joining in on a Thursday night. Hope you're having a fantastic one. Fantastic end of the week. We got Friday tomorrow. We got Attack tomorrow, folks. Attack it with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. And we're missing the 19 car. Big sad.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's the command. Start those engines on up, and we'll get ready to go racing. BSR Kilojoules, BSR Ricky J, row 1, BSR Denny Daniels, and Robert Blockham, row 2, BSR Greg Lovell and Rick Craddock in row number 3. Row 4's the 66 of Terry Scott and the 096 of Chevy Chase. And then rounding out your top 10 tonight, it's going to be BSR Steven on the outside. All right, and then Nelly rolling off 9th in the 103 car. Again, 16 drivers tonight. Believe the 4 is going to be pulling off after a couple laps, starting and parking it. So about 15 folks lined up, ready to go racing here from the Monster Mile. Hopefully Miles doesn't snatch one of these guys and, well, end their hopes of taking home a trophy and a victory here in the BSR Cup Series presented by Voiles Trucking. Folks, you've waited all week for it. You've waited for the start. We're ready to go racing here from Dover. Can't wait to bring this one to you. 160 laps tonight. Pace car makes the hard left turn down the pit lane. We get ready to go racing down into the start zone. We go. They wait to see the green flag. There it is. There we go. Green flag from Dover. We're gonna have to get that lap counter fixed here in a moment for you folks. First chance we get, we will. Already KJ out to a big lead, about, I'd call that about 10 car lengths on Ricky J there in second. So 29 has something figured out early on the short run. Throughout the field though, single file for the most part. Working lap number 2. Silver Bullet coming down pit road. So there's the starting park for the 4 Silver Bullet. I have a feeling it did not fix itself. So KJ out front by a decent amount, under yellow for the first time tonight. Let's see if we can't get you a replay of what happened here. Don't see what happened with the 114. Eli 114 and the 114. Oh, he blew up. Oh no, a disastrous start to the night for the 114. And that brings out your first caution. All right, folks, I'm going to get that ticker sorted out real quick. We'll be right back here on JTN. We'll be right back. All right, back here on JTN. Apologies for that, as always, when it happens. Hate to see it, folks. Hate to see it. But we're back. We're back. Should be sorted out, hopefully. Gotta love it when the graphics don't line up the way you need them to line up, even though they're the same graphics that you used last night. So cars down on pit road right now, coming to pit road. Actually, they're all gonna avoid it. They probably all pit while we were gone. Oh man. This is what we call bungling. Bungling the start. There we go. And the lap counter still don't work. All right. Let's get that fixed for you. You're going to see my desktop for just a second, probably. Maybe not. I think we got it. All right, we got it. Look at that. Smooth, folks. Smooth. Good on you, Joe. Good on you, Joe. Furco staying out to lead a lap. Would assume that 19 going to come to pit road this next time by. Let the leaders go on by. But maybe not. Furco maybe feeling a little frisky tonight. Out front. Apologies for not having that car. Get your sound back too now that we're back. Oh my goodness, folks, I apologize for that. That one I'm gonna dwell on that for way too long. Don't you forget it. The Furco comes on down pit road, so he'll go get his Ford Fresh Racing Eagles. KJ in that 029 gonna start up front here. Looks like he's gonna choose the outside lane, so I have to think Ricky J gonna let him in line. Maybe there's a little bit of an agreement there, a gentleman's agreement there. So they're going to line up 1-2. Denny Daniels, Robert Bauckham, row 2. Brian Voiles and Greg Lovell, row 3. Good run so far for Voiles. Hello, Aussie Bill. Welcome. Not going to sing tonight since you're here. I hope. Rick Craddock in the 22 and the 66, Terry Scott, row 4. And then Monty Keller and BSR Steven. Rounding out your top 10 here for this restart. Coming on lap number 8 of 160. Technical difficulties make it more immersive. Hey, I love it. I'm gonna remember that, Chips. You got a fan in me now. But so happy again, folks, you're joining us here from Dover. About to go back green flag racing. KJ with control here on the restart. Gonna choose that outside. Outside's where you see a lot of wheel spin, so again, I feel like that's probably a gentleman's agreement, so Ricky J can maybe get a clean restart. A couple teammates, I believe, there on the front row. We come down into the restart zone. And away we go. Green flag here at Dover, and never mind, that gentleman's agreement was definitely not in play. Maybe it was, I don't know. Field single file, pretty much Big Jim on the outside of Chevy Chase for position. Fairly single file throughout. We watch this pack around 6th. Rick Craddock there at the 22. He's running 6th right now. Monty Keller, big time moment off the corner. Big save. That 028 gets loose in the corner. There's contact. 028 in the wall. He's around. Caution is out on the speedway. And Miles the Monster takes another victim. Oh my goodness. Let's see what happened here. Oh, you saw what happened, I guess. It all starts. Big moment for the 028. Had to take a weird line in. Hit the brakes, it looked like. Big contact with the rear end of that race car. Our Steven in the 510, though. I think he might have got the brunt. Go to our Miller Lite onboard here. There you see Keller all the way down on the apron, got loose off the corner, saved it, and Steven nowhere to go. Makes contact there. Well, you hate to see crashes early on like that, but life moves on. Leaders all coming back down pit road. Caution number 2 on the night. Gonna do a better job of keeping track of those for you folks at home. Helps with my sanity, too. See, everyone coming to make pit stops again. Peculiar, right? We ran about a lap. I think that probably says a little bit more about the tire degradation. And a little worse than maybe I've made it out to be. First off pit road, it's going to be KJ, Ricky J, Denny Daniels, Bauckham, Lovell, Voiles, Nelly, Scott, Brain Fade, BSR Steven, and then BSR Big Jim. So staying out, it's Rick Craddock, Chevy Chase. believe those two might actually stay out here. Furco and then Monty Keller. Keller most likely coming to pit road. He's got damage to fix as well as probably take 4 fresh Goodyear tires. You'd have to believe after spinning out there, you don't want to stay out maybe on those old tires. Furco coming down, Monty Keller coming down, Chevy Chase coming down. So Rick Craddock in the 22 going to stay out. And I believe he's probably going to stay out here, folks. Get himself some track position here for the race start, and also with control of it on that inside. I think he's got a good shot of getting free and clear here going down into 1 if he decides again to stay out this next time by, because we should be going back green flag racing 2 laps from now, folks. If this is your first time tuning into JTN, well, we got a little bunch of upcoming races here. Of course, presented by our friends at TWB Technologies. Together, we are better, and together, we're always better when you're here tuning in live to JTN. The United States Online Racing League Red Bull Cup Series heads to Richmond Saturday night, 10:40 p.m. Eastern. Then we're back with the boys at Excel Racing for some short track Monday night action from the Pocono Short Track, 8:40. May the 20th back again that's next Thursday with the boys here at Bomb Squad for their Cup Series race from Kentucky, 9:05 p.m. Eastern there. Then the US ORL Cup Series takes the 1.5 miles out in the Bluegrass State, 10:40 p.m. next Saturday night, rounding out their round of 10 in their playoffs. And then Excel Racing back again at the Pocono Short Track. 1 week is the modifieds, 1 week is the late models there with Excel. So 2 different races, same track. You're going to get to see some great racing action both those Monday nights, short track racing under the lights. Pocono Short Track. Going to be a fun time here on JTN, so make sure you are subscribed and you hit that little bell icon to be notified anytime we go live. Pace car lights are off. Rick Craddock going to lead him back to green. He's going to have Kilojoules, BSR Kilojoules there to the outside. A little blinky right now. That's not very reassuring. Then Ricky J and Denny Daniels, row 2, row 3, Bauckham and Level, Brian Voiles. Brian Voiles and Nelly make up row 4, then row 5, BSR Terry Scott and BSR Brain Fade rounding out your top 10 here for the restart. So Field going to try to get a couple laps in here. You got to let the tires warm up, boys. You got to let the tires warm up. Get a little heat in them, and then they grip up just a little bit better. But then eventually that grip, folks, it's just going to go away, and these guys are going to have a handful, which is what we love to see as race fans, guys actually having to drive the race cars. I gotta stop talking in my announcer voice like this. I just gotta start talking like I normally talk. But I can't do it. Can't do it. It's subconscious, folks. It's subconscious. Hopefully Rick Craddock gets a good restart here. The ski machine looking good out front with that green. Orange accents on the numbers like the logo. Coming down into the restart zone. He'll wait to see the green flag. There it is. And we're back underway here in a bunch of wheel spin on the outside line. And Craddock did not get going. He loses the lead. Eddie Daniels going to go on by for a second. Ricky J held up behind the 22 single file back. Now Ricky J going to the inside of Craddock for third. He's going to make that pass work further on back. Voiles and Nelly were side by side coming off turn 2. They figured it out. Single file once again. And throughout the field, single file. So back up to the lead. Kilojoules looking to extend his lead. He's got Denny Daniels now behind him on this restart. Had Bauckham, or Ricky J rather, behind him the first time. Looking to see how far of a lead he can extend out here. Welcome, Kathy Voiles, lady that gets this thing on your computer screens. Thank you so much for your support. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Thursday evening, winding down their work week, hopefully. Getting ready to have a fantastic Friday. Kathy, last night you told me I don't want to see this 103 and 68 right by each other. Then they wreck each other. Well, they're nose to tail right now, so we're going to keep the camera on them. Oh, he heard me. He heard me. So he got a little loose. He said, whoa, I gotta back off Nelly a little bit here. Nelly in the wall. It's like they hear me up in the booth. I don't know what it is. It's like they hear me. Steven trying to get by Voiles. He's going to back off, let that 68 kind of get his feet back under him. Craddock holding on pretty good in fourth. He's holding right on the TV panel in 93 at Ricky J for the moment. But Kilojoules out to a big lead right now, extending it over Denny Daniels. You did tell me. I'm gonna need notes every week. Go back through the field again, see if we can't find some side-by-side race and Chevy Chase going on by BSR Steven for the spot. But of course, as we get there, they're side-by-side. Or they're not side-by-side, they're back single file. Ricky J kind of extending his bit of a gap back to the 22 of Craddock. Back battle's really heating up outside the top 5. Nelly got by Greg Lovell for that 6th spot. He's going to be challenging Baucom again. Robert Baucom in the 118. Talked about how he's usually one of our contenders at the front. Well, really, he's always really easy on the tires early on. And but the way those guys out in front are really charging the corners right now, it might be an insurmountable gap up to at least to our leaders, because we go to this spectator cam. AJ's all the way down there in the middle of 1 and 2. So if Baucom's the first guy that's really saving his stuff, but then you gotta think the guys behind him are probably saving a little bit too. That's why they're just running nice and neat like this right now. You'd have to figure. You'd have to figure. But you could be wrong if you had to figure. These folks are getting things worked out. Maybe saving those tires just a little bit. Just a little bit. Bristol trying to give me some notes on things to talk about. He said talk about dog bones, dog food. Bristol, I don't think our fine folks at home would like me to talk about dog food. Sure, they'd love to hear you talk about it, but you're a dog and you can't talk about it, so here we are. At least I don't think you can talk. Maybe that's all in my head. Ooh, Voiles a little loose there through the center. I'll lose some time. Dover, a very rhythmic racetrack as well. You kind of have to hit your marks lap to lap, so these guys, I'm not surprised that the 2 guys out front right now, Denny Daniels in the 37 and KJ in the 029, 2 guys that performed very well last night, kind of got their feet under them. KJ told me he was thinking about not even racing. But look at him out there, knock on wood, doing good, pretty good tonight. I believe that strategy call with the 22 has worked pretty well. He's kind of holding his gap back to the 118 of Baucom right now. 1 or 2 laps I don't think was really enough. Maybe come down and pit like I think a lot of those guys were thinking it would be. I haven't talked for 2 laps because I'm look at Baucom start to extend that gap back to Nelly. So that's what it tells you that one of the 3 might be starting to experience that tight condition, because we're not seeing that back end sway out on exits, not kind of kicking out, but there, of course, it kicks out through the center. Lovell gonna look to the inside as we head down into turn 1 for 6. Not gonna have enough of a run, but he's still not gonna stop him from peaking. Now he's there through the center. Greg Lovell and that Texaco Haviland, or just Texaco Mustang, he makes the pass. Terry Scott now looking to the inside of Nelly. Thought about it, didn't have enough of a run. He gets back in line in that 66. That's a Jeff Burton paint scheme, actually, oddly enough. And I hope you like cooking barbecue, because that's a lot of people to cook barbecue for. That's like a fun time. Nasty Stern, Silver Bullet, doing a great job for the community. Still single file throughout. Terry Scott still trying to find a way around this 103 and Nelly, so we'll keep our eyes on this battle. Kilojoules KJ out to about a second, 1.2 second lead, and then he's got about 3 back to third. And laying the law down to these guys tonight here at Dover. That's the other big thing. Clean up. Clean up. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Oh, sorry. Aussie Bill, if you're still watching, I can't sing. Although I think I can sing a children's song. But you let me know. Let me know. We're gonna lap 34. Nelly a little bit on the apron there. He's gonna slide up the track. It's gonna allow Terry Scott to get to the inside, down the back straightaway. He's gonna try to bring Chevy Chase with him. Chase goes on by as well in that Vaseline 096. Not Valvoline, Vaseline. He makes that pass. So Nelly and Brian Voiles now nose to tail down the front straightaway again. We're gotta keep our eyes on that one. Sean. Well, I see him in chat, so it's a good time to plug the merch. We got new JTN race car merch. We've kind of slimmed down our line or our offerings on our JTN merch store, which you can check out, linked in the description below. That JTN race car merch, we got the black race car variant and the white race car variant. Both those cars replicas of those that Mr. Sean Whitehill has driven this season in the United States Online Racing League for us here at JTN. So you can check out that JTN race car merch now available on the JTN merch store. T-shirts, hoodies for both variants, as well as stickers for both. So go check them out and help support JTN if you have the means to do so. Of course, the best way to help support us here on JTN is to make sure that you've hit that subscribe button and you come back, you watch the videos, chat with us, and make sure you hit the like button as well. It helps the little YouTube algorithm say, hey, let's push this video out to more people. That JTN race car merch does look super sick. KJ coming down pit road. Ricky J got by Denny Daniels, so first pit stop of the night for the 029. He comes down pit road. Lap times have come down about a second. We've had fall off lap time wise, so and your sticker came today too, Sean. Don't let him forget about the sticker. So Ricky J is taking over the race lead here. KJ has come down pit road. He's taking 4 tires, so hope that wasn't because of internet connectivity issues. So Ricky J has assumed the lead. He's got Denny Daniels there in second. So Daniels has kind of just been running second. Lost that position for a second, now got it back. Potluck barbecues are good. Then you know everyone has something that they like. Hopefully. Monty Keller coming down pit road, got some right side damage and some left side damage. Don't know where that came from. Let's see if we can find something on it. So there's KJ. He's back out on track. And he is running. Oh, we'll get it this time by at the line. Gotta put that up so you don't see all the craziness. So this time by, he runs. That's not, he runs a 22.7. That's his fastest lap of the race. Ricky J just had run a 24.7 a few laps ago. I have to figure that. About 2 seconds. That's what the new tires are worth. About 2 seconds. That should be a good indication of how much those new tires are going to be worth. I have to think that the 029 maybe burned them up just a little too much with that early pit stop. Now the rest of these guys kind of extending this run. I had a decent amount of laps. Bauckham has gotten about around Rick Craddock for what was the 4th, now is the 3rd position. Move Robert Bauckham up to 3rd. Ricky J extending the lead. Now he's coming up on lap traffic. That's BSR Big Jim. Trying to put that 88 a lap down. As we're under caution for the 3rd time tonight, and that is not what KJ wanted to see in that 029. We can't find what happened. A feeling. Got a feeling. Oh. Greg Lovell, the 088 Texaco Mustang. So he's going to get loose through the center here, 1 and 2. You're going to see that car there. It's going around at that point. Hits the apron, comes right back up in front of Nelly. Nelly, nowhere to go. Lovell, hard contact with the outside wall. That brings out caution number 3 here at Dover. Another look here from our stationary hammer off of turn 2. Watch how hard. That is a hard hit. Maybe some big-time motor damage there. Big-time problems with that motor. Buddy. Oh. Oh, yikes. Hopefully not too bad. Although I don't think they'll be able to scuff it out. Or it'll buff out, rather. Words are hard. Jammer from the end of pit road. See the race off. Believe Ricky J will probably get it. He's got his right side, or left side's up a little bit quicker. There he goes. Gonna be the first one off. Ricky J, Denny Daniels, Bauckham, Craddock, Harry Scott, Chevy Chase, Brian Voiles, Brain Fade, and Big Jim. So Big Jim saves himself from going a lap down. That caution helped that 88. Nelly gonna come on down pit road. Jewel's coming down, so that is a tough break. Someone's gonna have to remind me. I believe there's Lucky Dog rule here. Yeah, if 028's going to raise, there's a Lucky Dog rule. I think. I hope. I think. For his sake. Because it'll be hard to get one of those laps back. Although he's got some decent pace. And I don't know if you can tell me in chat if you're still watching. So a tough break there for KJ. It's going to work out good for Ricky J. Now, interesting note, the 193 was not so quick on the short run, but got a lot better as the run went on. I think Denny Daniels is going to try to pounce on that opportunity. Pace car lights go off, so we'll go back green flag race next time to die. Ricky J, Denny Daniels, row 1. Row 2, Robert Bauckham, Rick Craddock. BSR Terry Scott and BSR Chevy Chase. Row 3, row 4, Brian Voiles and Brain Fade. And then row 5, Big Jim, BSR Big Jim, and BSR Nelly. For this restart, which will be coming at you lap number 51 of 160. Here from Dover, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Can't do it without you, of course, you, the JTN viewers. Make sure if you haven't already, hit that like button and are subscribed to us here on JTN. That is, of course, the best way to help support us in what we do. And also, if you got a league, you can contact us on Facebook or also email JoeTowNetwork@gmail.com. Love to come broadcast your online racing league. Pace car going to make its way down pit road here in just a second. There it goes. And we'll be ready to go back green flag racing. Ricky J with control here on the restart, and away we go. Green flag once again from Dover. Ricky gets out clear. Denny Daniels battle on right now for the 4th spot. Gonna get singled out there. Baucom gonna hold off Chevy Chase for the moment being. Further on back, Rain Fade falling back. There's KJ Kilojoules there to the inside of Rain Fade. Nelly to the inside of Big Jim with a big time wiggle on the bottom. I'll get by that 88 falling back right now. Denny Daniels holding tough right now with Ricky J. Kilojoules is back on the lead lap, received the lucky dog there. So he'll be making a charge back up through the field. Got to think that 029 is going to have something for him, but now he's going to have to kind of use those tires up a little bit more than what he'd like. And we saw that early pit stop really bit him in the butt. Hate it when that happens. Watch our 2 leaders, Ricky J, Denny Daniels. Ricky about a 3-car length lead as we head down in turns 3 and 4. Daniels a little bit off the bottom. Ricky J starting to get into his rhythm here as these races have gone on. That 193 car. Daniel's starting to fall into the clutches of Rick Craddock in the 22 Ski Machine. And Chevy Chase back there for 4th, trying to find a way around the 118 of Robert Baucom. And Baucom kind of backs him up to him. He does that thing, we talked about it this week on the Fake Racers podcast with myself and Davey, about something that Martin Truex Jr. does. He's really good at controlling the pace of a race. That's what makes him so good at a track like Darlington. I think that's something similar that we see out of Baucom at these tracks where there's a lot of tire wear. He's really good at controlling the pace of the race. We just had I think, to recap the last 30 laps or so, Kilojoules, who was dominating this race, made an unscheduled pit stop, or a scheduled pit stop, but then we got a caution that came out, so he got mired back, so we're kind of just keeping an eye on him making his march back up through the field. He's towards the back of your screen right now. We're watching 3rd and 4th right now, but KJ back there, last car behind that 096 with the bright blue, silver, and black. Trying to see if he can make his way back up front as this field has kind of stayed together a little bit more this time. KJ making a pass on Chevy Chase for the 5th position. He is coming, folks. He is moving that 029 Busch Ice car. Sounded like a snake up here for a second. That was scary. 029 on by the 118. Well, it's not going to be long now before he's knocking on the back bumper of that 193 at Ricky J for the lead, because he is moving right now. Gets a little harder to pass him towards the front, but look at that. Just able to get a big run down the straightaway. Thought better of it. Going to look to the inside of Rick Craddock for 3rd. He's going to get there, so move KJ up that position. Really close there off of turn 2. Baucom tried to follow KJ on through, and Chevy Chase follows Baucom on through, so Craddock loses 3 spots that lap. Falls all the way back to the 6th spot. Yeah, KJ is he's got a good car under him tonight. Won last night too in the trucks. Told me after the race that he didn't really learn a lot. There's a little more power here, and gave me all these excuses about why he wouldn't be able to do it again tonight. But right now, that's got to be your favorite, the 029 Cadillac of BSR Kilojoules. It is scary to see the 29 in your rear view. Not a fun time. He's fast. Just like that, back to the lead. Kilojoules marches on through the field. I mean, woo! Sometimes it just takes your breath away. It just takes all the words out of your mouth when you see a guy just able to kind of dominate like that. I mean, just slice through him like a hot knife through butter. Man, oh man. So I would think, hoping for no more untimely pit stops for that caddy team. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe he backs down the pace a little bit. Stays a little closer to these guys than he was last time. Remember, he had about 1.5 seconds on second. So wouldn't be surprised if he backs it down. Also, you gotta think he probably used up his tires a little bit more than these guys. Maybe these guys taking it a little bit easier. Ricky J and Denny Daniels, they're like, hey, you know, we know you're fast, so we'll just take it on easy. There really wasn't too big of a fight put up for those positions. He drove it like he stole it, though. It was just he didn't want to try to outrun the cops. He just figured, oh, I got caught. Wouldn't be a good moonshiner, that old Ricky J. Well, folks, wherever you're tuning in from tonight, thank you so much for tuning in to JTN, choosing to spend your Thursday night with us. Hope there's a bit other pass for the lead. Ricky J to the inside of Kilojoules. He heard me make that comment, and he takes the lead back. Big time power move there to get back into the lead for Ricky J and the Voiles trucking Mustang. And he's moving. AJ just had such a big moment there that last time off of 4. I mean, look at that. That is... There is... I'd hate to be that 93. I mean... He's moving right now. Working out okay. Oh, maybe he didn't mean 93. Yes, there you go. Tires, yeah. They're probably a little hot right now. Probably a little worn out. Maybe a little tired on this Thursday evening. Like, I'm assuming a lot of you are, man. Oh, into the end of this work week. Always love to spend it with our boys here at BSR. Can't thank them enough. Can't thank Brian and Kathy Voiles for helping put on this show and Voiles Trucking. I know these guys really appreciate all the support for the league, and we can't thank you guys enough for the support for these broadcasts as well. Nah, don't worry about it, Chips. I'm just really good at keeping an eye on chat, unlike most streamers. That's none of my business, now is it? Ricky J looking to put Big Jim a lap down, gonna get it done this time, going down into turn 1. Big Jim gonna slide up, the track not giving him too much of a fight for that, so he'll go 1 lap down for the first time tonight. Joining Monty Keller on the 1 lap down train, and BSR Steven 4 laps down for an unscheduled stop earlier. Coming back down pit road this time. Ricky J, man, look at that. I mean, it's almost a straightaway lead at this point. I mean, it's getting close there. You see him at the bottom of your screen there. Is Kilojoules KJ there in second. He's got Denny Daniels trailing him right behind. And don't look now, Robert Balkum in that neon yellow and black Chevy SS starting to work his way up. KJ really loose there on entry. He slides up the track. Denny Daniels going to look to capitalize on that. Looks on the bottom lap car coming off pit road, rather, BSR Steven. So Daniels not able to make a move that time through that corner. KJ kind of doing this reverse diamond again tonight here as the run's gone on. Now really having to fend off this 37 of Denny Daniels is Kilojoules KJ. He's going to be coming to pit road. So again, the first to come down pit road is KJ, really hot. Have to keep an eye on that, see if he makes a Chevy Chase going on by Big Jim. Again, that 88 lap down. So Robert Balkum has now moved up to third. Denny Daniels back into that familiar second position in the Auto Owners Toyota. And Ricky J out to a big lead, big-time lead right now in the big-time race here at Dover. Just now, we are 80 complete, 80 laps to go here, halfway in this one, folks. Man, oh man, it's... And we still got, what, probably 2 or 3 stops at the rate we're going? 2 stops? These guys still out there. They're going to have to make 2, and then, I don't know what KJ... He might have to still make 2 with the way... Seems like he is not good on fuel. I think he's probably burned that right rear or the right front off a little too much, and he's coming back down to pit road, speeding on entry, so he's going to have to serve that penalty. Bad night getting even worse. Denny Daniels has made his way down pit road. He's exiting now on the back straightaway. Nelly has also made his first green flag pit stop of the night. So the green flag cycle well underway here at Dover. Jay, our leader, now coming to pit road. We'll see what Robert Blockham does. He's going to stay out. He's going to get a lap led. Again, have to think the 118's probably got better tires than most of our other leaders. Does a very good job at saving them. Rick Craddock, I think, still out there. He is. Not pit yet. Greg Lovell has also not pit yet. Terry Scott has made his way down pit road. So 3 cars left right now out on track. Robert Blockham, Rick Craddock coming to pit road this time, and Greg Lovell, and he comes to pit road as well. So Blockham now the only guy out there on the old tires. Remember, he's losing a lot of time right now to fresh tires. We talked about it earlier. It's about 2 seconds. I have to think he's got to come to pit road here quick. Stay out another lap. I mean, maybe catches a caution. Catch those guys a lap down, or he's got decent tires on him still. Probably still feels good. Maybe trying to make it on that one pit stop strategy. I don't know. What do I know? What do I know? Stay out again. Harry Scott speeding in section 1. He comes back down pit road. Another guy getting bit by this tricky pit road here at Dover. Lovell Rick Craddock coming back up onto the speedway. They go another lap down. They'll probably be able to get by this 118 fairly quickly, though, you'd have to think. Tire differential, there they go. And just look at that speed differential right there. 22 looking to the inside, trying to get that lap back the hard way. Lovell doing the same. It's our Steven also trying to get one of his laps back. Terry Scott coming back off pit road. Fuck, I'm going to have to stay out another lap here. The Bauckham taking his sweet time to come down the pit lane. Trying to keep these guys' laps down for as long as possible. Oh, he's loose! I think I'd come to pit road after that one. If I wasn't already there, he's coming to pit road. Oh, buddy. Load on up. Oh, I don't know. He might have sped there, too. We will, again, keep an eye on that. But KJ Kilojoules are who looked to be our favorite speeding on pit road, puts him a couple laps down. Ricky J should cycle out as our leader. Or potentially Denny Daniels in this 37. Daniels going to cycle out as the leader. And by a long shot, Ricky J now coming off of turn 2. Daniels has about a straightaway lead. That's what I believe it was 1 or 2 laps really does for his BSR Steven up into the wall, getting out of the way of our new leader. Folks, I mentioned them earlier on in the show in our pre-race, but make sure for the next time you're looking at one of your favorite NASCAR paint schemes and you're considering purchasing a diecast, go ahead and head on over to CircleBDiecast.com or PlanBSales.com. They have all your diecast needs covered, as well as apparel. So they have hats and t-shirts and some hoodies and whatnot, as well as some IndyCar stuff as well. And you can head on over to CircleBDiecast now and use code JTN at checkout, and you will receive free shipping on your order of $20 or more. So that's pretty much good on any 124 scale diecast. You'll receive free shipping. That knocks about shippings can be anywhere from $6 to $12 these days. So get you free ground shipping, postal service ground shipping. Again, that's code JTN at checkout on your order of $20 or more. You're going to receive free shipping. And you're also going to go and help support JTN by using that code. So head on over to CircleBDiecast.com, linked in the description below. Take advantage of that deal. Ryan Voiles, looks like the 68 has retired from this one. Don't see him out on track, so unfortunate end that Voiles Trucking Mustang's night. There's the other one, though. Ricky J. He's trying to hunt down Denny Daniels for the lead right now, about 3 seconds. And they have about 9 seconds back to BSR Chevy Chase, who runs in third. Right now, you want to make it to about 120. That probably gets you in the window to make it to the end of this race on one stop. Now, we saw guys run about 40. I believe that's doable. Unless they only ran 20. I could be so wrong on these fuel mileage numbers. I am so bad at them. Hey, Daniels on the back bumper. Big Jim putting that 88 a lap down. Dover is a very tough track, folks. You gotta, like he said, it's another one of these tracks where you got to really race the track. You can't necessarily just race your competitors. Daniel's doing a really good job of racing the track right now, but in a second, he's going to have Ricky J right up on the TV panel of that 37 Toyota, because, man, oh man, that 193 is flying right now. Ricky J all over the back bumper as we go through 3 and 4, completing lap 100. 60 laps to go in this one, and that 193 is right there. He shades his way to the inside, now to the inside of that 37 of Denny Daniels, looking for the pass down into turns 3 and 4. He's gonna make it stick Daniels high up the track. Move Ricky J back to the lead. KJ, big time hit on the wall off of turn 4. Saw it at the back of your screen. Caught my eye. Really throughout the field, though, a lot of single file. Guys, just, again, racing the racetrack. Just, hey, take it easy. Run these laps. Still got a lot of them to go. Just over 50 miles left in this one, so just take it easy. Folks, May is the biggest month in the motorsports world, as numerous crown jewel events in racing occur in the month of May. May is also Mental Health Awareness Month. Know that you are not alone, and all of us at JT encourage you to reach out to loved ones if you or someone you know has been struggling. It is okay to not be okay. For more information and resources, check out NAMI.org. That's N-A-M-I. It's at the top of your screen right now. Be part of the change, break the stigma, and know that you are not alone here in this May of 2021 Mental Health Awareness Month. We take that very seriously here, folks, at JTN. We hope you do too. Denny Daniels again way up the track. That 37 starting to struggle as these tires have worn off. It's starting to lose the pace. Maybe losing some time to the third place car. That's the 096 of BSR Chevy Chase, who's starting to get loose on corner exit. These guys really have kind of used up those rear tires. It seems like a little more this run. Pit stops start beginning again. BSR Big Jim, one of our first takers. But Ricky J still out front here at Dover. Keep an eye on when he decides to make his pit stop. Remember, he pitted around lap 80. You can just see, folks, how slow these guys are going. They're just creeping on entry in the wall a little bit there. That's not going to help the handling on that Ford Mustang. We're just watching Ricky J right now, trying to put some good, consistent laps together, trying to get those Voiles trucking colors into victory lane tonight at Dover. I believe would be the first time here on JTN that this 193 would get into victory lane. I could be wrong, because I have been wrong before. Wrong numerous times before, but it would be a big night for all the folks at Voiles Trucking. Monty Keller trying to get a lap back here. He's going to hit the wall a little bit. Not what you want to do. You don't want to crumple up that right front fender too much. Oh, Big Jim around. Oh, contact with Monty Keller. That's going to be a caution. Oh, no. And this changes a lot of things. Caution number 4 on the night. Let's see what happened here with the 88. Like he's going to get down into turn 1 a little bit out of the groove. Car going to go around on him. Big Jim going for a big spin. Oh, not too bad a contact. Then he's going to stop and... Oh, he just slides down the track. Not enough brake into it. Monty Keller with the hard hit into the outside wall. See again what happens with Keller. Just, yeah, oof. Oof. Not as bad as I thought it was. I might buff out. We'll see. But this changes a few things, folks. All of our leaders coming down pit road. Under caution. This would be the time to tell your friends to tune into JTN, because things are about to get a little crazy. I believe we're probably just outside the fuel window, too, to make it to the end. Or at least on the tire window. You don't want to run too many laps on these tires. First car lap down. Looks like it was BSR brain fade, so he'll get the lap back by virtue of the lucky dog. All the guys on the lead lap down on pit road right now are top 7. Ricky J gonna win the race off. Denny Daniels, Robert Bauckham, Chevy Chase, and BSR Nelly, your top 5. What the rest of these guys do? Have to think, you know, Brain Fade's gonna pit, right? He's gonna be getting that lucky dog, but if you're in the window where you can make it on this stop, I think you gotta pit. Because you don't want to have to make a green flag stop and then another caution come out. And you also know that those guys probably aren't going to have to pit again either. So, just something to watch. KJ, it looks like he's gonna take a wave around here. I would assume that's why he's still out there. Folks, again, we got a bunch of upcoming races here on JTN presented by our friends at TWB Technologies. Together we're better. Next time we'll be live on your your smart TVs, your computers, your laptops, and your cellular devices. It'll be this Saturday night, May the 15th, USORL Cup Series at Richmond. Coverage beginning there, 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Then Excel Racing heads to the Pocono Short Track Monday night, 8:40 p.m. Eastern there. At May the 17th. May 20th, that is next Thursday. The Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series heads to Kentucky. Be back with these boys here at Bomb Squad next week, Thursday, 9:05 p.m. Eastern. USOL Cup Series then at Kentucky, May the 22nd. 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time there for the last race of the round of 10. We'll eliminate 2 more drivers and move on to the round of 8 in 2 weeks' time. the beginning of June at Watkins Glen. And then Excel Race again Monday night, Pocono Short Track there as well, 8:40 p.m. Eastern Time for that one. All, of course, live only on JTN. Old Mac Daddy Tooted and Jack Keith McLean. I'm watching a pretty good race here at Dover. Chips, we had a caution. I don't remember exactly when, but it was probably occurred around lap 50 or 60. KJ 2 laps down, Keith. He sped on pit road. He is the fastest car. He was dominating. Don't get it twisted. Don't give him too much flack now. Ricky J, Denny Daniels leading us back to green. Robert Buckham, Chevy Chase, Nelly, Rick Craddock, Greg Lovell, and Terry Scott, your top 8 here on the restart. Coming down into the restart zone. We're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing with just over 40 to go. There it is. Green flag. Ricky J leads him back. Gonna clear. Denny Daniels gonna quickly get back down to that bottom. Battle right now is on for third. Welcome to the inside of Chevy Chase. Nelly way up the track. Whoa, Nelly. Line up Greg Lovell now to the inside for that position. Nelly gonna dive it back down on the bottom. Hold on. KJ trying to get his way back up towards the front. Maybe try to get one of those laps back the hard way. Big time dive down on the inside. Lovell again with engine damage from an earlier incident. Denny Daniels there in second, trying to hold on to Ricky J, trying to find a way around that 193 Mustang. 40 laps to go. These boys, they don't want to go much more than 40 laps on a set of tires, so let me tell you, it's going to be a little hairy once we come down to the end of this thing if we don't see another caution. Knock on wood, that's the case, because boy, oh boy, I love to see these guys slip sliding around. Ricky J starting to try to extend his lead over Denny Daniels. Daniels there in second, has been there all night long, just missing that little bit extra. Chevy Chase has made his way up into third. Rick Craddock there in fourth. Bauckham has fallen back to fifth. He's going to have to try to keep touch with those other two if he wants to make a charge at them late in this one. Nelly there in sixth again. That 029 KJ, he's a couple laps down. Double D running good. Denny Daniels, let me tell you, he's got some momentum going this last month or so in that 37 Auto Owners Toyota. So he's starting to get on a roll here as we head into the summer. Maybe looking a little bit like Tony Stewart. You know, Smoke was always known for getting on that hot streak in the middle of the summer. Right now, it's Ricky J out front by about a second over Denny Daniels. If you're on the radio, that 193, you're just telling him to hit his marks and don't use up his stuff too much right now. You don't need to run the fastest of laps. You just got to run a little bit faster than that guy in second. I believe, too, is we're right on that edge of a fuel run to make it to the end, so might get a little hairy in that regard. battle's starting to heat up a little bit for third. That's Chevy Chase in the 096 Camaro with Rick Craddock in the 22 Camaro right behind him. Craddock trying to make his way up into the top 3. Chevy trying to keep his way inside the top 3 on the podium. Wouldn't you know? Remember, folks, if this is your first time tuning in to JTN, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon as well to get notified anytime we go live. A couple times during this race, we posted our upcoming races. I'll give you that for a couple seconds right now. All of our upcoming races, of course, live only on JTN. We'll be back with you Saturday night, USORL Cup Series, and we'll be back next Thursday, next time with these boys here at Bomb Squad. Of course, we have a great, rich library of videos as well here on the JoeTowNetwork YouTube page. You can go check those out. About the last 8 or so Bomb Squad Cup Series races are, of course, all live on here on their own playlist. Hobo Racing, love the folks over at Hobo. Bunch of races for this year are in their own playlist. TMP, we wrapped up their 2020-21 season a couple months or so ago. Or it's start of April, so I guess about a month ago now. So you can go check those out. They got Indy cars, late models, and Cup cars. We also, of course, have all the USORL Cup Series races. 24 for the year out of the 32. And we'll continue our coverage through the rest of their playoffs, so you can go check those out. Those were just completed race 4 of the playoffs from Talladega this past weekend, as we're under caution for the 5th time tonight here at Dover. And this puts everyone in an A-OK position to make it to the end, and I have a feeling I know who the culprit might be. Let's see if figure this out. Oh no, KJ. Bad night going from bad to bad to bad. The outside of Lovell there for position, or not for position even. Oh, I came down a little bit on him, sends him around. Maybe hoping for a little bit of more of a break, but Lovell probably looking for a little bit more of a break too from a lapped car. Just a tough racing incident there. You gotta think KJ's thinking he can maybe get back up towards our leaders. Make a play to get back on the lead lap. Maybe a little 088 might have came up a little bit too. Just one of those racing deals. Not a good night. The night that started off really good for KJ in the 029 has just gone from bad to worse to even worse. Everyone has made their way down pit road. See them all down there getting their service. Their last stops of the night, hopefully. Ricky J, Denny Daniels, Chevy Chase, Robert Balcom, Rick Craddock, Greg Lovell, Nelly, Brain Fade in that order. AJ got Lovelled. Oof. That's an oof in chat, folks. Terry Scott staying out, I believe. I'd have to look at it, see who's getting the lucky dog here. Be able to see next time by. I believe it's going to be Terry Scott in this 66. So I add one more car back to the lead lap. Does appear that way. So Terry Scott going to get back on the lead lap this time. Killjewel is now going to be the first car 2 laps down, although Furco... Yeah, he'll be the first car 2 laps down. Furco 3, Monty Keller down 4. Big Jim has retired from this one. DSR Steven has also retired, as well as Brian Voiles and Eli 114. And Silver Bullet, who you don't see at the top of your screen because we had a game crash. Technical difficulties make it more immersive, I have been told. I appreciate that. Makes it more frustrating on my end, but if it's more immersive for you, that's what we care about, the fan quality at home. Folks, we also got our JTN logo merch available on shirts, hoodies. We got JTN logo stickers and coffee mugs. You can go check all of those out now on the JTN merch store. New and improved JTN merch store. Go check it out. A bunch of good options on there. Our Tommy's World merch, our IndyCar shirt merch, our Fake Racers podcast merch, which came out a couple days ago now for this week. And you can check all that out on the JTN merch store. Again, linked in the description below. Guy that's not going to be checking out that JTN merch store because he's going to be too focused on what's in front of him. It's Ricky J. Starting on the bottom first for this restart, Denny Daniels, Chevy Chase, Robert Balcom, Rick Craddock, Greg Lovell, Nelly, and Brain Fade, your top 8. Terry Scott back on the lead lap, but he'll have to start at the back behind all these lapped cars. Here for this restart that's going to come at you with 23 laps to go. So as we complete caution number 5, Ricky J gonna lead him back to green flag this time. And look to seal this one away. Green flag and a lot of wheel spin. And Denny Daniels, he tried to slide down into that bottom groove and almost made contact, set that 93 up the track. Chevy Chase trying to hold off a hard charging Rick Craddock on the bottom. Greg Lovell on the outside. Craddock gonna get by that 08 Lovell. That is for the 5th spot right now. Well, KJ in the 029 not giving up on trying to get a lap back the hard way. Also trying to run his way to hopefully hold on to that lucky dog position. Nelly now going by Lovell for the 7th spot. He gets it done there. Craddock holding off the 029 at kilojoules. And not a battle for position. I'd just let him go. We know he's fast in that 029 caddy. Back up front, though. Denny Daniels trying to hold on to Ricky J this time and hope that he can find a way around this 193 that has been so fast as the night has wore on. Ricky J hoping that he can just hold on for 20 more laps this time at the line. Those restarts get wild, but let me tell you, these boys, they get single filed out real quick. Lovell trying to find his way around. Nelly back here for that 7th, again, that 7th position, or 6th position. I can't count, it's the 6th position. Nelly trying to pull back away. Terry Scott there in the 66, creeping his way up into the picture. He's going to look to get around both these guys and make up 2 more spots. Folks, if you're just tuning in, I'm JoeTowNetwork up here in the booth riding solo tonight here from the Dover International Speedway. If it's your first time tuning into JTN, maybe you come across it the first time tonight on this wonderful Thursday evening, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified anytime we go live. We got all kinds of live NR 2003 racing, as well as a bunch of other content, diecast reviews. We'll have a new one of those coming out tomorrow, as well as our own podcast, Fake Racers Podcast, with myself and Davey Has, where we talk all things racing on that one. Working the late stages of this one, though, here from Dover, and it's starting to heat up. Battle for 4th trudging on, and back up front, Denny Daniels has closed his way onto the back bumper of Ricky J for the lead. Daniels trying to see where he's a little quicker. He's sizing him up right now for that lead. Trying to see if he can find a way around, but Ricky J now starting to pull a little bit more momentum off the corners. Not enough to where he can maybe get away from this 37, but you got to use those tires all up right now with 15 laps in this one. Now 14 to go at the line. Daniel's just trying to keep up with Ricky J right now for the lead. 13. Go. This is where I think about cooling off the tires if I'm Daniels. Maybe let Ricky run it a little hard. Keith writing in, Double D putting the heat on. He is, and I think that's probably what he's gonna have to do, right? I mean, he's gonna have to start really. He's gonna have to turn it up. I would hope that right now what's happening is that 37's maybe cooling down those tires just a little bit. Get them a little cooler. And hope that that helps. 11 laps remaining in this one. That lap counter is moving right now. At the line this time, Flagman will hold out 10 fingers. That signifies, well, it's our favorite segment of the night, our TWB 10 to go. And on behalf of TWB, head on over to GardenLightsDirect.com. From porches to patios to more for all your outdoor lighting needs. Head on over to GardenLightsDirect.com. That's GardenLightsDirect.com. GardenLightsDirect.com on behalf of our friends at TWB on this, our TWB 10 to go. 9 to go now from Dover. We hit 8 to go. Ricky J just starting to ever so slightly inch away from Denny Daniels. Hold that lead. You don't need to extend it any more than what it is right now. Baucom's starting to creep his way into the picture back there in third. We look out through the field with 7 to go this time at the line. A bunch of single file. Ricky J big time loose off the corner. And that's why I'm telling the driver of this 93. I'm telling him, hey, back it down just a little bit. There's no need to be racing too hard. Again, loose off the corner there. Those rear tires are screaming right now on that Voiles truck and Mustang. Six laps to go. Five laps to go. I mean, I'm just going to keep telling you. Right now, Ricky J just trying to hold the wheels steady, trying to make sure he keeps up good lap times. Don't make contact with the wall. Don't let the back end kick out too much. Robert Baucom, though, is closing in on these two at a rapid pace right now. I don't think he's going to be able to get there to our leader, but might be able to do something about second place Denny Daniels. 4 laps to go. Now's the time, too, where a caution ends this race, folks. So, next flag ends the race, right? We get a yellow, race is over. Get the white, we're racing back. Get the checkered, race is over. Coming to 3 laps to go this time at the line. And if you're the crew chief, you're just telling your driver to take it easy. Again, you're racing the track so much here at Dover. Don't want to make the mistake that allows that guy behind you to pounce and take an extra position. Baucom's inching his way closer to Denny Daniels for second. 2 laps to go this time at the line for Ricky J. He sees the 2 fingers. Denny Daniels will look back at second. Daniels getting hounded right now for that position. Baucom so much quicker through the center. You see that 118 Menards Chevrolet just really able to close the gap. He's going to get a big run. Got loose off the corner. That's going to do it. He's going to end up finishing second after that one. Just got a little too much on exit. Coming to the line this time, Ricky J is going to see that white flag one final time here from Dover. It's off that corner clean. Block him into the wall, further on back. That again, Denny Daniels going to finish second in this one as long as he keeps his wheels steady. But coming off a turn number 4, Ricky J, the Voiles trucking 193 Mustang wins it at Dover. What a race. We'll move on to our post-race coverage. We'll get you those burnouts in a second, but I'm going to make sure I get these results here. Make sure I have those on your screen. But Ricky J going to get to do burnouts here at Dover. Miles, the monster, he isn't tamed, but sometimes you got to have an agreement with them to get yourself into victory lane. Chips, KJ in that 029 had a lot of bad luck with the speeding penalty, but Ricky J, Voiles trucking contingent here has gone crazy down on the pit lane and in the press box. Burn it down, Mr. Ricky J. I always love seeing all the good win comments in chat. Y'all are the best. Appreciate that, Bill. We'll move on to our post-race coverage here on JTN. We'll talk with our top 3 finishers, including our winner tonight. We'll start... Oh, no, I brought him in. Do you need to go back, Robert?
No, you're good, buddy.
All right. Well, let's talk about it. Robert Bauckham, driver of the 118 Menards Chevrolet, a 3rd place finish tonight. And what was I thought this race was going to come to you a little bit better, but I think in the end, maybe staying out that one run a little too long might have lost you too much track position.
I actually made up a bunch right for that caution come out. I was going to do it in one run and just go with that, but I waited too long to make my run there at the end, and I caught Denny so fast in that one corner, it was either hit him or hit the wall, so I just turned into the wall. I didn't want to get into him. But yeah, I should have went a little harder, probably about 3 or 4 laps earlier to make my run. But yeah, she was fast at the end for sure.
It was real. That 118 was really quick on those longer runs. But that's not necessarily a setup thing. That seems to be a common thing with you behind the wheel of one of these race cars. You're really good at the longer runs, but maybe a little too easy at the start of the run with some shorter runs. Would you agree with that assessment?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I that's just the way I set that's the way I drive, and then that's the way I set my car up. I just kind of ride, keep my tire temps down, and it seems to pay off pretty much most of the time. Like I said, have a bunch of cautions that kind of doesn't play it, but like I said, I know when we're racing over here, we usually have long green flag runs, and like I said, I just try to adjust it for the long run there, and it was definitely going to play into my favor. I just need that long run.
Just needed that long run. That seems like it's the story for you in this 118 team. You just need those long runs. You get them a lot of times here, but on these nights where you don't get them, it seems like it's harder to get the results. Robert, as always, a fantastic run. You always do a great job, and I like the heads up call to bend it into the wall rather than get into one of your competitors. I'm sure that probably earned you a couple of brownie points with Denny in that 37 too.
Yeah.
You had to cash those in at some point, I'm sure, later on in the season as we start getting ready to battle for a championship. But before we let you go, you've been up here enough by now. Go ahead and thank the fans, thank the family, and the sponsors on that beautiful 118 Chevrolet.
Oh, yeah. First thing I want to do is give a shout out to Ricky. He's had a pretty rough season, so it was good to see him get the Voiles trucking machine in victory lane. I know Kathy's happy. Definitely put her money in the right spot there with him. He's just needed some things to go his way, and he's definitely a tough one. And give a shout out to Denny had a good run, and also KJ, man, I hate to see him had bad luck. KJ he was hammered down. He was going to just run it and then keep pitting and try to go it that way. So good, I hate to see him have bad luck. But first thing I want to do is definitely want to give a shout out to Big Jim. I said it last week, when he was in Victory Lane. We're thinking about him. He lost his brother. I know how that is. I lost my brother a year or so ago, and it's tough. But having people like this bomb squad racing community to gather around him and be there for him, that I know that helped. It helped me. So, Big Jim, if you're out there, man, just know we're thinking about you and your family. And also, Magoo, I know you're out there, man. Hate not to see the number 144 on the track tonight, but just let you know we're thinking about you and your family too. This racing's for fun. That's real life stuff, and we all need to take a minute and say our prayers for them because they definitely need them right now. Kathy, congratulations. I know you're excited. I know you're happy to see that 193 in Victory Lane. But just know, if I could have got 4 more laps, I wasn't going to let that Voiles truck. No, he did a good job. But thank you, Kathy and Brian, for all y'all do. Bomb Squad Racing, can't say enough about these guys. They put on a great league. And then, of course, Big Joe, and I think you were doing it by yourself tonight. I was listening to it. You and Bristol. I heard Bristol was wanting to talk about some dog bones up there for a little while, but thank y'all for all you do, man. Guys out there, if you're listening and you need to broadcast your league, give this man a call. He busts his butt. He does everything for this racing community. You can't ask for a better broadcaster. He puts the time and effort into it, so we need to thank him for that. And then my wife, she's in the background. She's not happy. I didn't get her to win. So now I got to go give her the foot massage. Thanks, Ricky J. But no, thank my wife. She's my cheerleader, and then my daughter. They're so special for me. They enjoy watching this, so I appreciate them.
Robert, we appreciate you. Can't thank you for the compliments, and you said everything as only you can. So I appreciate you so much. And thanks for always bringing the energy for these interviews. Robert Bauckham, 118 Menard Chevrolet, 3rd place finish tonight. Congratulations, and we'll see you. We might. I have a feeling we have a pretty good shot at talking to you after the race next week. I'm sure.
We'll give it a shot, buddy.
Okay, Robert Bauckham. Thanks, buddy.
See.
All right, moving on now to our 2nd place finisher, driver the number 37 Auto Owners Insurance Toyota, Mr. Denny Daniels. Denny, you there?
Yeah, but I got you, buddy.
All right. I saw it, you were one of the really quick guys last night. Had a really good strong run last night. Now had a really good strong run tonight. Do you just like this Dover? Do you just like Dover?
I like Dover, not necessarily this version, but yeah, it's I like Dover. So it's a tough track where you got to be disciplined. Ricky and I was just talking about that. You got to be disciplined and mindful of your pace. And yeah, had it been last night, had I not, I got loose one time out of all those laps, and then miss pit road. I'm sure you've seen that, and that pretty much ruined my night. But I had a real good car last night. I had a decent car tonight. It just KJ had his problems, and Robert waited just a little bit to come and get me on that last run, and just just patience my way into a 2nd place.
And how do you go about that? Because you talked about it, and that's been like a common theme, it seems like, in the garage area this week at Dover. It's kind of running your pace. How do you go about that behind the wheel that maybe differs from some of these other guys?
I just watch my tire temperatures. I try to keep my tire temperatures even, or maybe a little bit hotter on the right rear, and I just know from running hot laps, well, you don't want to run it that hard, so you get out of the corner, you get out of it earlier going into the corner, and you don't get back on it until later coming out, and that way it keeps your tires even, and you get that even tire wear. But I'm still struggling on finding the right balance the first run after that long run, I was way too loose, so I tightened it up, and then there at the end I got too tight. So it's just, it's all according to the pace. We was running pretty hard that last green run. We was running, Ricky and I was running pretty hard, and I kept my eye back there on Robert because I knew he'd be coming. And I even thought Chevy and Nelly might come up and sneak up in there. So I was mindful of that, and I just got a little bit too tight there at the end. Robert he said he misjudged it or something, come up on me too quick, and he said he had to ditch it or he got into me. Which I said, I told him, I said, man, you should have took that because I was keeping my eye on you. And I know, I went out and got into the wall. And as soon as I did that, I was going to move over and let him have it. And then he misjudged it. So I lucked into it. I'll take it.
I told him he's just trying to get some brownie points with you that he can cash on later. So don't let him get away with that. He was just trying to get something in the future. But Denny, a great run tonight, and you had a great run going last night. So glad to see that you're able to capitalize on it tonight. Clean pit stops all night. Ran a really great pace. Ran an amazing race. Before we let you go, now's time. Thank the sponsors, family, fans, whoever you got. Time to shout them out, buddy.
Yep. First and always, I got to thank my wife. She allows me to do this. And, thanks to the BSR guys, the admins, the sponsors, for putting this series on and televising these races. It keeps our name out there and helps the clubhouse grow. I want to give a shout out to Magoo. His mom's ill again, not doing good again. So I want to send out prayers to him and his family. And last, thanks for you guys. You do a great job on these broadcasts. That's the word I'm searching for. And I want to thank you guys for doing that.
Hey, we appreciate that, and I'm glad you guys always enjoy them. And that's in the end, we're doing them for you guys and your families, so that way you guys can keep this game alive. And Denny, again, congratulations on a great run. Got that again. We talked about it. I think we talked about it at Kansas. Getting this momentum going as we're going into the summer. Hopefully, we keep it up, and hope to hear from you next week after the race in Kentucky. Good luck there, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. And have a wonderful rest of your evening, buddy. Congratulations.
Yep, thanks, Joe.
Eddie Daniels, driver of the number 37 Auto Owners Toyota. We move on now. Oh man, I don't like talking to this guy, but I gotta talk to him because he won. Nah, I'm just giving him crap. Driver of the number 193 Voiles truck and Mustang. He's been down in victory lane already, so might be a little hopped up on some Mountain Dew or something. Ricky J, buddy, dominating fashion tonight here at Dover. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we had a really good race. It was fun, a lot of green flag laps. Had a fun time just trying to balance out the tires. First run, I ran a pretty good pace. It was one of those setups for me where I have to keep the pace up in order to keep the tires balanced. If I take it too easy, then it just offloads on the red rear and I have no front grip. So it was fun just trying to find a balance all race, and it worked out at the end.
Worked out at the end, had a lot of really good pace. Although I have a feeling you probably didn't want to race that 029 with all the speed he had, right?
No, I didn't, but I knew that he had a short run burner. He was trying to come up with a unique strategy. It looked like he was pitting early. It was going to be interesting to see what happened if it panned out under green there. With him, short pitting, and probably going to have to go in for another pit stop than I would have had to. How it would have panned out. So, nothing wrong with trying something different every once in a while.
Nothing wrong with trying something different, and I think it panned out for you pretty well. Because at one point, you just absolutely blasted by him, so I think that was kind of that turning point. How were the tires, though, tonight? Because we saw a lot of people really struggling with kind of having to manage the tires, but it seemed like you were able to keep that car pretty consistent with the pace throughout a run.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks, like I said, You know, you can go out there and then run really hard for 10, 15, even 20 laps, and it ain't going to hurt you that much. But as you get into the run and the tires get older with how much power is under the Cup car, it gets really slick in a hurry. So it was just one of those where you find that balance, and you try to keep the right side tire temperatures close to each other, you know, just in the wear pretty close to even. You just have to, you know, keep up with the track and, you know, roll that bottom the best that you can, and you know, that's basically what I did all night.
Hey, gotta roll the bottom, gotta keep the track, gotta keep the tires on it, gotta just keep rolling, right? You know?
That's Dover, buddy.
That's Dover. Roller, Dover. Ricky, again, congratulations on the win. I know you got a lot of celebrating to do, but I know I also got to keep you wrangled in here. Your PR person's looking at me. Make sure you thank all those sponsors. The floor is yours to do so. All the sponsors, family, team members. The floor is yours, buddy.
You know, I want to say thank you, Brian, Kathy, Voiles. I know you guys are watching. Sucks that Brian's internet shut off on him, but I hope he's watching. You know, prayers to Magoo, but big thanks to him, too, for all he's done. And also prayers to Big Jim. But, you know, everybody here in this clubhouse, these guys are one heck of a group of guys, you know, week in and week out. You know, we have our struggles, but at the same time, we always pull through, and we're able to put on these great green flag races and hopefully a good show for everybody out there on TV. So thank you to these guys here at Bomb Squad. They're awesome. Thank you to PPR2. Shout out to Danny Hardy. I know you're out there. You know, and thank you, Joe, for putting these on and taking time out of your week to come in here and broadcast these. We really appreciate it, and we enjoy being able to show what we got.
Hey, you guys are always welcome, and I appreciate you guys always having us out. And thanks for putting on a fantastic race. Although I think this got close to the realms of that true XCN, you know, butt kicking tonight. But you know. I think you'll take that as a compliment. But Ricky, congratulations on the win. I'm glad we're starting to get this momentum turned around for the 193 Voiles trucking team, and hopefully you keep it on up next week at Kentucky. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us, and have a great rest of your evening. Go celebrate that victory.
Thank you, buddy. You too. You take it easy.
You never can. Ricky J, winner here tonight at Dover, and also good job getting through the interview without cursing. I appreciate that. Did a good job. We're getting better.
I heard somebody did last night.
Yeah, well, I didn't say anything to him, so it's all good. But Ricky, congratulations on the win, buddy.
Thank you.
Folks, what a night here at Bomb Squad. Just finishing up talking with our winner tonight, BSR Ricky J, in that 193 Ford. A fantastic night of racing. Can't thank you guys enough for tuning in tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, hit the like button on the video and subscribe to us here on JTN. You hit that little bell icon. It'll give you notifications anytime we go live or new content is posted. We'll have a diecast review coming out tomorrow around 2. Looking at Jimmy Johnson's Ally Finale. Car from last year, USORL, is this Saturday, 10:40 p.m. And then next week, Thursday night, is our next time out here with Bomb Squad. We'll be racing at Kentucky, so it'll get a little crazy out there in the Bluegrass State. Can't wait for you guys to tune in for that one, and can't wait to see what these boys put on for a show next week, as they always do. For all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, I've been JoeTowNetwork. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your Thursday evening to tune in and watch tonight. Can't thank you enough, as always. And we will see you guys next time, of course, live here on JTN. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and a wonderful rest of your week, folks. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checkered. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh, Africa! They're wide!
Who is that?
Turn 4 into the tri-oval. Whitehill is through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
All right, and they're wrecking behind them. We got cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down, but it doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Musa's gonna...
Oh, he's going to use that apron!
He's gonna use the apron!
They're going to be side by side! Coming off the corner! Boy, back to the inside. It's going to be a drag race to the line. So Musa gets it.